Hello and welcome to another edition of Frequently Asked Questions about personal training business. So I'm Gervasio Da Gloria again with another show. We got two guests tonight or today. So Lorna and Glen. So they basically just started as a personal trainer, just finished their qualification or about to finish their qualification as a personal trainers, and they have a few questions that are going to benefit not themselves but you too. Okay, Lorna. Tell a bit more about yourself. Why did you decide to become a personal trainer?
I personally just fell in love with training, realised that what I was doing at university wasn't actually what I wanted to do, and decided that this would actually be what I wanted to do as my career as well as what I love to do in my spare time.
Cool.
So.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, what about you?
So yeah, same sort of thing really. I played a lot of sport my whole life, always sort of kept sort of peak level of fitness, and I just kind of want to spread that onto clients as a job.
Yeah, I mean that probably was more or less the same choice I made, because I did my degree, the first year of my degree in music and media, so I decided, okay, I'm spending too much time going to do some work and then not much time to do the things that I really love to do. So during the break time for the university, the first year of university, so I decided, okay, I'm gonna do my personal training course. So the same, become a personal trainer. After that, start work at the gym. So I didn't need to travel to go to work, because I was already to work and get paid for what I like to do.
Yeah.
So it made my life much easier, and here we go. That was more or less 10 years ago. I'm still here and work towards to help other personal trainers to make their business successful. Yeah. Cool. Let's go with questions. Glen, you asked me a few questions that I believe they are very beneficial. They would be very beneficial for other personal trainers. Cool.
Yeah, so I was just wondering, what is the best way to approach clients, to get new clients, to start a conversation with them?
I mean, that's an interesting question. The best way to approach clients is like, you have to raise all your senses. What I mean, like what you see, what you feel, it's going to be the best way to start a conversation. Instead of going and say, hello, hi, my name is Glen, or my name is Gervasio, I'm a new personal trainer in here. So probably that way it won't help you much to open up a conversation. So the best approach that I would advise is for you to observe, see what the person is doing, and then comment about something. Let's suppose there's someone that has been trained for quite a long time and has a well-defined body. So you probably can comment about that. Let's suppose that you and say, oh Glen, you look like you've been trained for a long time. I can see your muscles well defined. So how would you feel if I would ask you that question?
Good, straight away.
Exactly. In that case, you would start to say, oh yeah, someone's noticed me and telling me good things about myself. So it would open a conversation. After that, and then you can introduce yourself. Oh yeah, I'm Glen. So you could start, oh, I've been training here for a long time, and it looks like you've been trained so hard. You must be wants to achieve something, and then in that case open up a conversation, and you can ask him what that person does, you know, so that gives you a bit more area to open up even a conversation, instead of just what you do, or no, what you do, why you're training, what you want to accomplish. Make it more like an interrogation. Like if you ask, oh, what do you do for job? Does your work involve a lot of physical activity, or you just sitting down at the desk? They may tell you a bit more. So if you know something about that job, you can talk a bit about to expand the conversation. So in that case, instead of become just about personal training and what you want to know about them, you talk a bit more about themselves. So that's what people like to do, talk about themselves. So if you talk more about themselves and say, oh yeah, you do this job? Oh, that's fantastic. I didn't know my friend that does the same kind of job, and he told me that that's fun. For example, if someone is an architect or something, say, yeah, it's fun, it requires a lot of imagination. Yeah. How do you feel? So you have to think all day, so the more you kind of give some compliments to the person, the more they're more likely to open up a conversation. Let's suppose that now you find someone in the opposite way, probably someone that's overweight, and so you want to open up a conversation. And let's see the scenario that the person is at the cross trainer doing the exercise. So you can go there and say, hey, looks like I'm gonna be training with you. So make a bit of fun. Oh, if the person says, oh no, but I don't need to. No, I don't need to. I just want to keep up. just to see if I'm fit or not. So something funny so that they can release or relax a bit more. Because if you come and say, oh yeah, I'm Gervasio, I'm a new trainer in here, and I want to know how your training is going. Yeah, so they more like to cut down conversation. Sometimes when you open up a conversation the other way around, I tell something nice about them. If they already have a trainer, they probably tell you, yeah, I'm training with that with Lorna. So yeah, my training's going well. So instead of you cut down the conversation, oh yeah, you train with Lorna, I don't need to talk to you anymore. So you can just say, okay, if you train with her, oh, she's a good trainer, definitely. Yeah, she has a good style of training. So make a bit of compliments and say, oh, that's fantastic, bro. If you need any help, yeah, just feel free. Yeah, so that's a good way to start a conversation, or with someone at the gym, at least, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then the other case that you can find, you had another question that you asked previously, that how do you get to know the people's needs, what they need? That was a very interesting question. So how do I get to know what their needs are? I basically sit down or figure out needs scale and sit down and make like as a mousetrap. So do you know that most of the time people go and check up on the scale to see if they're gaining muscle or losing body fat. So especially if you see a woman, it's more like they want to lose weight. If you see a guy, it's more like they want to put more muscle. Depends. It can be the opposite way. So you just get to see them and then you approach them and say, oh, it looks like you are getting closer. Make any comment to you, getting closer. After that, they're going to open up and they're going to tell you, no, I'm not. I'm still far away from what I want. So you get to see, and then you grab them. So you have a chance to open a conversation straight away, and they have a chance to offer them a fitness test in the way that you can help them to achieve their goals, or even open a bit more to tell you what exactly they want. Let's suppose that if you see a guy that just came to the scale and look at the scale and you look at his reaction, oh no, it's still not quite there. What? You can ask, are you getting there? Say yes, or no, whatever he says. You can just support your argument by saying, look, when you know that when you check on the scale, it won't show you if you gain muscle or if you gain body fat. So best way to do it is there's a way to do it which is going to show you if you are gaining muscle or if you gain body fat. And then you probably wait a bit. So instead of keep talking, you wait a bit, so give them a chance to absorb what you just told them. And suddenly they will probably going to come and ask you, how do you do that? So you get their curiosity. How do you do that? So you can tell, okay, I got a system in here that can show you by doing the skin fold measurements. So I got a system in here that can help you to see where you are in terms of your muscle, what you are in terms of body fat, and how many kilos you're going to be able to gain each week or each day, each week or monthly in order to achieve your goal. So you can just take them to the office, do the measurement, talk to them about the goals, what they want, to make like a goal setting based on the weight or wherever they are or whatever they want to achieve, and they just can make a measurement how long that would take for them to achieve that goal. In that case, you get to know exactly what they want, and you get to talk to them about the option that you have to help them to achieve that goal. Because if they kind of say, oh yeah, but yeah, now I know what I want, do you know how to get there? So that's something that kind of they probably, if they say yes, you can say, oh, tell me more, how? If they say no, and then you can ask, do you need help? Do you need help to get there? So both ways, you got still a space for maneuver or to talk to them about how you can help them. That's a good way to get to find out how they want. Try not to assume that you know what they want, but you need to ask them and wait for them to tell you. Even if you know, ask them in a nice way, because they're going to believe more when they tell you rather than you try to guess. Because if you try to guess and you don't get it right, they're probably going to say, come on, no, you just try to make it up just to get me to train with you. So that's a good advice. Yeah. Cool. And the third question was, yeah, you had another question, and how do you get them to commit to the training?
Yeah, well, how would you get a customer with the right sort of motivation to commit to a training plan? How would you put that motivation on them?
It was a good question, yeah. I mean, how do you get them to commit to the training plan? So by keeping track of their progress. So let's suppose that if you Lorna want to gain 1 kilo, 2 kilos, or let's suppose 5 kilos muscle. So you set up a goal with her, say that probably would take 4 or 5 months, or even 3 months. Let's suppose 3 months with, if she's gonna be trained 3 or 4 times a week, or even not 3 or 4, 5 times a week with an intensive training, interesting plan, and follow up the plan that you're gonna do with your help. How many days is she gonna be training with you? And so the same thing, you're gonna be using the measurements, because that's something that's gonna keep you on track, either if she's doing good or if she's doing bad. So if, for example, if you suggest or give her what to do and the way that she has to follow up with her nutrition, and if the results is not coming in the right way, you can straight away ask her what is missing, if she's really following up with your advice, or if she's just doing whatever she thinks that's right to do. And in that case, you can just say, okay, if you really want to get these results, we need to keep these things in the right way. And that is where you can get them to commit, because every week, you know that they need to come back and check it out. I know, because if the goal is really, really important for them to achieve, they're gonna commit, they're gonna stay, and they're gonna be focused. But you need to show them they are paying you, and then you need to show them how you're gonna be able to provide that information, and by tracking up every week how well they're doing. So you can give them a feedback, and through that feedback, and then you got two-way communication. Whatever is not right, you can correct. Whatever is right, you just reward them for, let's say, well done. We're going to, that was a great week. Let's move on to the next week, and then same. So week by week, but you know, for the period of 3 months, you got Lorna, for example, to train with you for that amount of time. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So what would be the best way to keep track of your money and your outgoings as a personal trainer?
Yeah, I mean, basically, I created a software that's called Personal Training Money Tracker. So the reason I created software because that was one of the challenges I faced as a personal trainer, to manage my money. So because most of your clients pay you with cash, you just put money in your pocket. Minutes later or hours later, you just find something that you want to buy, you spend the money, and then you just keep notes. Yeah, I got that person pay me for that sessions, by then by the end of the month, you don't know where the money is because you just spend it. So yeah, I created a personal trainer money tracker. Basically, what the software does, it helps you to track all the sessions with your clients, print an invoice. So basically, when they pay you or when you agree with them the amount of sessions that they're going to buy, you can just print an invoice and say, okay, for these days or for this month, those are the days that we're going to train, and next month the same. So you can print that for 3 months in advance. So allows you to plan in advance. So you know, for example, for the next 3 months, you know that amount of money coming in for those sessions. So you need to manage it. You know that now I need to keep that money for my rent, and the money for whatever to eat or any other thing that you can do. The other part is still, it allows you to enter when they pay you, and you get to see if the money they pay you, if they are running out of sessions, there will be a warning. So you're gonna see there's 3 colors green. That means they still have money in, they have a credit. If it's yellow, that means the sessions are just about to finish. If it's red, that means they own your sessions. So based on that case, you're always aware of where you stand with your money or where you stand with training, the sessions. Rather than have just a paper diary, you kind of like go forward, backward. If they ask you, which number am I? That's one of the questions that clients ask quite often. Which number am I? So you have to, oh, you pay for 3 sessions, then go back, count 1, 2, 3. So it takes time, but if you just click on the button, print an invoice, send to them, straight away they're there, and then they just get to know exactly where they are. the other benefit for you is that you can, in just 1 minute, just going to see, okay, how many sessions have you delivered this week, how many sessions you delivered this month, and how you on target with your session, because the same system allows you to set up a goal. Let's suppose that you intend to earn £50,000 a year, and then for the £50,000 a year, so you're probably gonna have to how many sessions you're gonna need to deliver a year, how many sessions a month, how many sessions a week, how many sessions a day. So if you know that you're supposed to deliver 3 sessions a day and you only deliver 1, so that means you're still not on target. In that case, that gives you control, because it reminds you, because it's there on your face, you get to say, hey, I'm not really doing good, so you get a chance to improve the same way that you are doing with your clients. Track up the progress to see how well they're doing. Now it's towards your goal, so you know that, okay, you're only doing 2 sessions instead of 3, so you need to go out there and talk with more people and try to convince them to train them. So in that case, you get more control. Definitely, that is a system that is practical and easy to follow once you kind of start using. But yeah, so far I didn't find anything else on the fitness industry that could be similar or something that would give that feedback to personal trainers. Yeah.
Okay.
Most of softwares that have been created, they're more related to the fitness instead of how to track the money. Yeah.
Other than actually walking onto the gym floor and approaching random people, how else would you go about getting clients?
Cool, that was an interesting question. For example, if you have a website,
Yes.
okay, that's one thing that most of personal trainers tend not to pay attention to it, because they think, oh, I'm not getting much clients from the website. One thing is website. Let's suppose that you train someone, you put the video out there before and after, so all these steps that you do in the program that you're doing with the person, the measurement with the person, so you post there on your website. If someone go and look for personal trainer in the area, probably your name can come up quick, because you're posting, basically, if you have a website and a blog, you're posting all the comments and all the information constantly, how to lose the weight fast, how to get muscle quicker, or that is the client that achieved that in 3 months or 2 months. So in that case, once your information out there, you got more chance to get more clients through your website instead of being at the gym floor all the time and just look for clients and look for clients. That's one way. The other approach that you could do is by approaching different places like chiropractors, for example. Yeah, so make a partnership with a chiropractor and just say, look, I'm a personal trainer, I'm training people at this gym, and I would like to help you with so the people, I would like to get a referral from you or exchange a referral. So one way or the other, exchange a referral or pay your fee for a referral. So if you refer someone to me, I'll probably give you £150 or £20 for each referral. In that case, imagine, probably it maybe look like a lot, but imagine if you pay £50 for one person that the chiropractor offers you. For that £50, and you charge £50 for each session, and if the person's gonna stay with you for 3 months, so you're gonna take your money, you're gonna get your money back, and the person that's gonna be referred from the chiropractor is more likely to stay with you for quite a long period of time, because he's someone that needs to do this.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's a good chance for you to get. So you can find out the places that can do the same. Florists or doctors or even shop. Yeah. But those two probably are the kind of the good ones to get more clients. Just put your website out there, just keep posting things on your website. Definitely that's going to generate a lot of traffic. And same, create a video, put it on YouTube so people get to see your videos and say, oh yeah, I heard about this name. And your name's going to keep coming up. Yeah.
What would be a good way to create a unique selling point for yourself as a personal trainer?
Unique selling point, that was the other question you asked. Yeah. So the good way to create a unique selling point is like you have to figure out, for example, what's good about you, what makes you special or more attractive than any other trainers that surround you. So if you say that you're good, let's suppose that you're a kickboxing instructor and personal trainer. So that's a good unique point because you're a kickboxer, so you can just demonstrate, hey, I can teach you how to become how to get more power, keep still lean, so how to defend yourself. So you can, in that case, you can come up different than the other trainers. So you can put your poster there, kickboxer trainer plus kickboxer and personal trainer. You know how to defend yourself, you put your poster, in that case you come out differently than any other personal trainer. Just say, oh yeah, I help you to gain muscle or help you to lose body fat. You offer something extra. So for example, in your case, if you want to offer someone that wants to become differently in that environment for the gym, you can say, hey, that is my example. That's where I was, that's where I am. I'm competing for modeling competition, and that is where I am. So I take a picture of you and say, look, that's the way to be. So for sure you're gonna find a lot of people that kind of want to be like you and just kind of follow you and make you different. Especially if you like, yeah, want to be a model, you write, you do this, like, yeah, I'm a model, yeah, and a lot of people are gonna follow you. So for example, one of the things I'm making different as a personal trainer is, apart of being training people as a personal trainer, I'm also write for magazines. So make it different, because I'm not just making a contribution to the gym, but I make a contribution to other people out there that want to know more about fitness. That can be something that make you different and make you as an expert. People get to know you. Imagine if someone's come to you and say, oh yeah, I don't know if I should train with you. You could just say, hey, I mean, it's up to you, because I'm a part of training people in here. I also write for magazine. That sets you apart. So people see you in a different way, because hey, you know what you're talking about, rather than just say, yeah, if you don't know, and then yeah, so they're more like say, if you don't know, I don't know too. So your chance to lose that person is just gonna be greater than if you come up with authority. I know what I'm doing. That's what I'm gonna do to help you to achieve that. So I'm a martial arts trainer, or I'm a model, and I know how to train you to be lean like a model. Oh, hey, I know how to, yeah, whatever subject I'm gonna be focused on. Definitely that's something that comes out, make you stand out of the crowd. I'll write for a magazine. Oh yeah, I'm a kickboxing instructor, or I'm a rugby player, you know, so I know how to train people for rugby. So in that case, push you. Specific something, specific rather than just lose the weight or build the muscle, yeah.
And when you're just starting out, how do you kind of work out how much to charge when you're just brand new?
How Cool, that's another interesting question. So how do you work out how much to charge? There's two ways. You first work it out how much money you're gonna need for your living, and you calculate that, you see, and divide that by how many sessions you need to deliver to get that amount of money. That's one way. So let's suppose that you need 600 pounds, or let's suppose 500 pounds a month to live on for your food, rent, and transport. So, and then I guess if you decide to charge 20 pounds sessions, yeah, so you're gonna need to work it out.
Yeah.
So that is the amount of sessions that you're gonna need to deliver in order to make that, just to make a living. But that's the minimum. So you need to double that. So because of your time that you're gonna be spending talking to people, time to creating a program, time to deliver the session, that's still time consuming. Time to go and research, so that should be included as well. So you need to double the amount of money. In terms of the price, I would say that it comes more with your confidence. Some people would say, for example, let's ask you in a clear way, what would be the price that you would charge if you just started as a personal trainer?
I don't know, that's why I asked you.
What would you charge?
35, 40 pounds, maybe. Just because that's a figure that I hear thrown about a lot.
Yeah, I've heard that figure,
yeah.
35, 40 to start.
Cool, I probably would go, when I start like 25, 35, because yeah, I focus on the way that most of personal trainers they were charging. And after that I decided, no, I'm going to push up my price a bit more. up than the other trainers. So that makes you different as well. Because people are gonna ask you why you charge more than the other trainers. So a good way to answer this is ask what car they drive. Why did they choose to drive a Mercedes instead of a Fiat Punto? So, or what kind of trainers they wear. Why did they choose to wear this one instead of the other one? Because worth more. So that's why. Sometimes if you charge below than any other trainers, probably people are gonna say, oh, will you really help me to achieve my goals? So basically the price come up with your confidence. So you just have to figure out the price. If you find, okay, I'm a martial arts kickboxing instructor and a personal trainer, so I will charge £45 for my session. As long as you're confident with your price, you probably can go ahead, you can go away with it. Yeah, it's all about confidence. Just figure out, hey, I'm worth £45. I know the other trainers are charging £35, but I'm going to charge £45 for the session. And go stick with it, and people will pay you for that. Definitely. It's all about your confidence and the way that you're going to show them, that you're going to help them to achieve the goals. That's why it's important to log the goals first and then talk about the price. If you decide, okay, that is the goal that we're going to be working on for the next 3 months, and here's my fee. In that case, you show them the value and then you talk about the price. Instead of talk about the price and then show them the value, they're going to start, no, it's too much money. So, yeah, price comes up with the confidence, the way you come up, put in your mind, that's the price I'm going to charge, that's what I'm worth it, that's what I'm going to do. And you need to deliver more results. Imagine if someone's going to pay you £20 for a session, how will you feel? Oh, it's not much. So you're probably going to be delivering them no good service. Isn't that true?
Right.
Okay, if someone decide if you decide that you're going to charge someone £50, it's quite a lot, yeah. And what kind of quality of service will you provide to that person?
Well, you make sure to do your very, very best.
Very best. And in that case, you're going to help them to achieve their results as well, because you know that you need to do everything that is in your power to help them to achieve their results. So price is the same. Price come out with your confidence. I believe the more you think you're worth it, the more you're going to charge, by then the more you're going to be responsible for what you're doing. But if you charge less, you're going to just feel like, oh, I'm working so long, so many hours, I'm not getting paid for this. And you're going to feel like drained. Yeah. So charge whatever you think that's right for you and stick with it. No matter if the other trainers are charging less or the other trainers are charging more. Figure out what is the right for you and go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't have any more questions?
Yeah.
I don't think.
That's great.
Cool. And I mean, the other thing is come up with a presentation, price presentation. How do you present your price? For example, most of personal trainers tend to come up with selling a package. Like if you buy 20, if you buy 10, if you buy 30, I give a discount. I mean, I don't work in that way because I start in that way, but then I shift the gear because in that way it wasn't work for me. I just found myself delivering a lot of sessions, working long hours, but still, every time that I was giving a discount, I was giving money away. So I decided to do, instead of selling 5 sessions, I give you 5% discount, 10 sessions, 10% discount, 20 sessions, 20% discount. So I decided to work like 3 different prices. Instead of a package, I started to do like an hourly base. Let's suppose 1 hour, 45 minutes and 30 minute session. So for 30 minute sessions, let's suppose £35. For 45 minute session, £50, and for 1 hour session, £65. So if the person say that, oh, I cannot afford to pay for £65, instead of give them a discount, I bring them down to the 45 minute sessions. In that case, I'm still kind of sticky. I've got 15 extra minutes, probably after the training with them, to send them a workout plan, and I'm still getting a good result. And the other way, if you work with the package, every time that you kind of discount, let's suppose if you charge £50, and if someone buys 10 sessions, so you discount £5 for each session. So in terms of if they buy 10 sessions, it's count 50 sessions or 50 pounds. Yeah? So if you have 10 people buying that way, so you already give like 500 pounds away.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So, I mean, it takes me time to realize that, and to, I have to play with the numbers and see that. Once I realize that, I kind of change the approach, and it works much better the way I'm doing it at the moment, because I sell them like, okay, you pay me monthly. So if we're going to train once a week, so I check it up how many weeks there's in a month. If it's 4 weeks, so they pay me for 4 weeks. So they pay me at the beginning of the month. So in that case, I'll go back to the personal training money tracker. I put the days that we're going to train. I send them an email with a new invoice with the days that we're going to train, and they just transfer the money to my account. Makes it so much easier for me because I can go and check it out straight away where I'm standing with the money. If I still don't know enough, I still don't have enough sessions to cover up for all my expenses or for the amount of money that I want to earn, I know from the beginning of the month instead of the end of the month. So I can do something from the beginning rather than at the end.
Yeah.
So definitely that helps a lot, yeah, to be aware of that situation, yeah. Cool, any more questions or anything else that you think that could benefit you towards your personal training business now that you're starting?
No, I can't think of anything anymore.
Cool. Maybe. Hello and welcome to another edition of Frequently Asqued Questions about personal training business. So I'm Gervasio Da Gloria again with another show. We got two guests tonight or today. So Lorna and Glen. So they basically just started as a personal trainer, just finished their qualification or about to finish their qualification by Glen and Lorna. So basically I believe that they did learn quite a lot from that interview, and I believe that we're gonna be going back, and I will be with you in the next session with some more news about the personal training business. Thank you very much. Okay, that was a fantastic investigation by Glen and Lorna. So basically I believe that they did learn quite a lot from that interview, and I believe that we're gonna be going back, and I will be with you in the next session with some more news about the personal training business. Thank you very much. Okay, that was a fantastic investigation by Glen and Lorna. So basically I believe that they did learn quite a lot from that interview, and I believe that we're gonna be going back, and I will be with you in the next session with some more news about the personal training business. Thank you very much. Okay, that was a fantastic investigation by Glen and Lorna. So basically I believe that they did learn quite a lot from that interview, and I believe that we're gonna be going back, and I will be with you in the next session with some more news about the personal training business. Thank you very much. Okay, that was a fantastic investigation by Glen and Lorna. So basically I believe that they did learn quite a lot from that interview, and I believe that we're gonna be going back, and I will be with you in the next session with some more news about the personal training business. Thank you very much. Okay, that was a fantastic investigation by Glen and Lorna. So basically I believe that they did learn quite a lot from that interview, and I believe that we're gonna be going back, and I will be with you in the next session with some more news about the personal training business. Thank you very much. Okay, that was a fantastic investigation by Glen and Lorna. So basically I believe that they did learn quite a lot from that interview, and I believe that we're gonna be going back, and I will be with you in the next session with some more news about the personal training business. Thank you very much. Okay, that was a fantastic investigation by Glen and Lorna. So basically I believe that they did learn quite a lot from that interview, and I believe that we're gonna be going back, and I will be with you in the next session with some more news about the personal training business.